Okay. So, I'm not a life coach, I'm not a therapist, I'm a mom. And my name is Ina Irby. I don't know if you're watching, you probably know who I am, but I am going through I disassociated myself as one of Jehovah's Witnesses. And I just went over our Courage to Change book. And I'm very honest with you about, I'm not a therapist and I'm not a life coach. Those individuals have spent a lot of time and effort, and I appreciate that they are willing to share their human experience and help others. And I have learned through the school of hard knocks, unfortunately. So what I share is because I've actually experienced it. And have I gone through therapy for cult recovery? I've gone through therapy, and I'm going through therapy, but not specifically for cult recovery. But I do appreciate this book, and I appreciate what we read today. It explained how powerless you are over loss, and that it's very difficult to manage when you have a loss, and when you have pain, and when you're dealing with despair. And sometimes it doesn't feel like you're going to live again. I've had different circumstances in my life where pain and despair and loss, I didn't have much of a choice. When my dad killed himself, it wasn't easy for us to we were in shock. So it was instant. And I did that as well, kind of instantly disassociated myself as one of Jehovah's Witnesses. And I find that I am right now at this point having a bit of withdrawals, believe it or not. Withdrawals. Like, we had weekly meetings, constant meetings. And so you didn't have an opportunity to think and reason things out and really pick apart the scriptures on your own and read them, and then be able to just be able to put that inside of you and not have it filtered through the organization. So most of our watchtowers and awakes that we get, or our literature, there's portions of scriptures that are brought out. But the context of the scripture and the encouragement to do your own research, to do your own reading, nope, that doesn't happen. So, yeah, it's hard. It's hard to, right now I'm going through withdrawals because I'm not used to the Bible altogether. I have Bible knowledge, I have scriptural knowledge, but I need to go back and read it again without any filters. Just read it. Thought I'd share that. And I appreciate people who have dedicated their lives to recovery of or addictions, to help people. I really do appreciate that, and the time that they spent to learn about why these things happen, why we're attracted to these kind of organizations or cults. I appreciate that about people who are willing to listen to people like me, or to others like my father who had addictions of his own. And I bring that up because when we get literature, or when we have men that go up before 7,000 people in Long Beach, or circuit assemblies, or put themselves on television, or their JW broadcasting, or JW broadcasting. There's no background information done on those individuals. They may have their own filtered Bible knowledge that they're giving to us, but there is no background information to see if they've put time in to learn about the human mind and how it works and how addictions work. So when they tell you, well, read a couple of scriptures and feel better. Go feel better. You're doing something wrong. Go look up a couple of articles on the organization's website. That's not comforting. Shepherding calls. I think my last shepherding call, I felt like you still feel very naked and raw, and they don't know what to say, even when you tell them what you're feeling. And I noticed that, and that's why I didn't really feel better after they left. I felt like I let two individuals know all about me, but I didn't know anything about them. I didn't know their background. I didn't know if they're capable of understanding what I'm going through. And so I just don't think it's safe if you don't understand what, and if the individual that you're talking to is qualified to help you. That's where I am right now. I'm a little frustrated with the fact that I would listen to a group of men who never really, I didn't know their background. I don't know their emotional state. I don't know anything about their educational background. That bothers me. It bothers me to know that I listened to them. I just wanted to share this. This was, I love this beautiful man, Mr. Frederick Douglass. I hope to meet him one day. I want to meet him. I think he has been so helpful to my awareness and my freedom. He's talking about slavery. And he says, it was slavery, not its mere incidents, that I hated. I had been cheated. I saw through the attempt to keep me in ignorance. I saw that slaveholders would have gladly made me believe that they were merely acting under the authority of God. And I treated them as robbers and deceivers. And that's what I feel. And he says, I had been cheated. I'm going to read the whole thing, this whole little portion of it. It's everything that I'm feeling. I had been cheated. I saw through the attempt to keep me in ignorance. I saw that slaveholders would have gladly made me believe that they were merely acting under the authority of God in making a slave of me and in making slaves of others. And I treated them as robbers and deceivers. And that's exactly how I feel. I have been robbed and I have been deceived. And so, that is what I feel. I hope you're healing today. Thank you. Thank you for coming on my journey. I hope little bits and pieces help. You can see what I'm going through. Follow your bliss and be good humans.